Okay, everyone, welcome back to my channel, Poop's channel. Anyways, so what we have here, we're starting Magic. Total War Arena. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. So I've had this account since like closed beta basically, but they've done a wipe and I've lost pretty much everything, and I need to get back my Premier accounts as well. Let's see how we're gonna do. But anyways, I did want to go through the tutorial here. So this is I just skipped everything. Basically, just get this page because when you start this up for the first time with a new account, you'll be launched immediately into the tutorial. So I'm just gonna go ahead and launch that up again, and let's go and figure out how to play this game. All right.
Welcome to Total War Arena. These are the proving grounds where you will learn the basics of the game. On Arena's endless battlefields, you and your allies will strive for honor and glory, and eventually rise as legends. There are 3 ways to secure victory in battle: destroy the enemy army, capture their base, or survive with more soldiers alive when the battle timer runs out. The barbarians have established a base on the Capitoline Hill. Join your Roman allies and capture it to secure victory.
Germanicus, Consul of Rome.
In Total War Arena, you command a squad of 3 units, each containing up to 100 soldiers. Your commander leads the first unit. Use the strength of your entire squad, as long as he or she lives.
Okay, alright, so let's follow this tutorial here.
The enemy's base is just up the road.
So it's a bit kind of slow, but I mean, I can basically, ignore that. So what we can do is we can use the WASD keys to just move the camera around, Q and E keys to rotate the camera like this, like I was saying. And so we can go ahead and center over here. We can double click an area on the map, and we can just zoom into it quickly.
Rotate your camera
And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. Okay. Rotate keyboard until you can see your squad.
Now head back to your squad.
Alright.
To reach the base, you will need to follow
So
the
I
main
mean,
road.
it's very simplified
Start by
basics.
selecting the unit with your commander. Hover over the lead unit and left click on it with your mouse.
So you can drag right here, but it's just telling me to click once, and I'm just gonna right click here. So you hold your left click and drag across it like you would in a normal RTS game, and then you just move there.
More than 1 unit can be selected at a time. Do this now
So I'm
by
just go ahead
holding down
and move
left
this
click
one over here,
and
this one over
dragging the
here.
box around your entire squad. Now
So
get
here
your
I'm gonna
squad
move all my
moving by
forces right here,
right-clicking on the
and
location mark.
so this is a little bit different than the other Total War games. The other Total War games, the commands are a little bit different, but in here, you just have to learn how to do
Your
it
squad
in
has
here.
tightened ranks. While this is useful to squeeze through narrow lanes, you will usually want them to march in formation. When you issue a move order, hold down right-click and rotate the cursor to perfectly position your units. Try it now. Order
Just
your
like
squad
this.
back in formation.
So holding the right button right here, and then you can just move it around anywhere, which direction, and the cursor and the army will face towards that direction. So I'm going to move it and follow directions right here. So everyone moves.
The fog of war hangs over parts of the battlefield where you and your allies are not positioned, hiding enemy movement. Some units can see farther than others, and certain terrain can obscure their line of sight.
Death has come for the enemy
We've got some
commander.
barbarians coming out of the woods,
Arminius
so
has taken advantage of the natural cover of the forest, but his squad's health is low. Right-click on his units to move forward and attack. Send them to Elysium.
I'm going to use a special ability, the javelin.
Right there! Right there! Slay them! Quickly!
Very nice, very nice.
Swordsman! Charge!
So I'm using these other abilities. So this is infantry charge, heavy infantry charge. So basically what they're doing is they're just attacking into it. So I'm going to go ahead and attack into this here and just eliminate them completely.
Enemies of Germania!
Arminius snuck his third unit around behind you. Archers can attack from range and are often deadly to melee infantry. Luckily, Roman Pedites come equipped with Pilar that they can throw. Select one of your units and left-click Throw Pilar on your action bar. Then target the enemy and left-click on it with your mouse. Throw Pilar is a targeted ability unique to swordsmen. All
So
units
I'm just
have
sending all my
abilities
troops
of
over
one
here,
kind or
and
another.
they just pretty much eliminated
Well
all of
done.
them with one javelin
Let's try
throw
a flanking
from each of them.
maneuver.
So that's how powerful they are.
Vercingetorix is blocking the
But
pass with strong defenders. Your ally approaches.
Caesar, right here. Look at that.
Move your
Right
units
there.
forward.
Caesar. They're all going to
Together,
fight.
you and Caesar will flank the enemy soldiers and break their morale.
So what we're going to do is grab all of them, charge. We're out of
Freak them!
ammo, so we can't just charge javelin, but we can do this charge right here. So we have an infantry charge and just slam right back into the back of them.
See how the unit's morale wavers and breaks.
And then since they've been slammed in between, they're caught in between two forces, so they're going to be morale is going to be decimated. So then as they are retreating, they just don't fight, and we get to just decimate them.
Belief in oneself and in one's commander.
So I'm going
and
to
the
try
will
to
fight
move
on.
one of my units
When morale
to
breaks,
escape that while
the
they're just
soldiers
fighting.
rise, scattering and retreating from battle. Flanking enemies is the surest way to break their morale.
Oh, here we go.
Vercingetorix is dead!
Very
Good.
nice.
Now only one task remains.
Capturing the base.
Take the enemy base. To capture a base, your team must occupy it uncontested.
I'm going to move this
by
unit
standing
on to
within
the other
its perimeter.
side.
Go there now.
The enemy base will soon be ours!
And the lead unit will go in from the
For
other side.
Rome!
And so, basically this is a tutorial. It's just telling you how to play the game. Oh,
Caesar has entered the base, but cannot capture it while taking damage. Those archers are contesting it. Help your ally. Chase out the enemy and win this battle.
well, they were already doing that. So, I'm go ahead and actually increase the. Oh, jeez! If they run into walls, if you do a charge and they run into walls, you'll take damage. But and right before they charge in,
You stop them from firing. The base is being captured.
and I'm going to trap them right over here.
Let Salona lead your blades! Swordsman! Quickly! Swordsman!
So please return here. And as you can see, our forces are capturing the base, and I had just left the vicinity, so the base capture counter also decreased. So we just keep chasing these bastards to the forest here. Charge into them. Oh, just short. Anyways, so that's how you play the game. You kill units, you capture bases, and that's the basis of it. Okay, so that ends the tutorial for today, and we should actually get started with at least one game of AI here. So we can play against AI, play against humans. I'm just gonna actually, before I get started on that, get the good look at this menu here. So you have a commander here. You can select him and pick from whatever commanders you have. I did contribute to some of the starter packages, so I might be able to redeem and get some gold for all these stuff. But anyways, so we all start with one Greek commander, one German commander, and one barbarian commander. And each of them have different types of units here. So if I go back to Roman and choose Germanicus. So he has, these are his troops. These are the 3 battalions. So each of these, so we have different tier units. we have all the way till tier 10. And so tier 1 we get free units. Basically we don't have to pay for anything like that. But as we play the game, we'll get experience, and we'll get also currency, gold, silver here, and commander points. And sometimes we might get some of these, but these are more premium, more related to premium counts. Anyways, so we get this free here, and then we get to interchange how we do this. So we have 3 units. So they're all Petites, so they're all basically infantrymen. However, if I wanted these Tyrones, they're basically javelin men. So I can drag here and replace them with that, like just like that. If not, I can go and drag it back over here. So anyway, so each unit has individual items that you can get. So as you gain experience, you can unlock these items. So I think these are the default items that they have, but you can get some extra items right here, like this battle war, this Worn Gladius. And this gives him a slightly better advantage at damage right here, and this one gives us slightly better defense, or hit points in this case. We can do that. So the next rank here is Militae. So we cannot buy this unit unless we unlock the previous requirement, which is this one, obviously. But we also have to get spend 1,000 commander points right here. So this is what you get here to get to the next unit. So if you go in here to tier 2, that's what that unlocks basically. So if you go to tier 2, same thing. So we have these items that they get normally, and then we can purchase extra items as we gain experience, and then we'll go to the next tier as well. Same thing goes with Tyrones to levies to tier 3, and then so on and so on. So you can also unlock some of these here. So I think this you have to buy. You can unlock them on these accounts right here as well, on these tabs, and then you can also go through all that list. So these are a whole bunch of lists of different the tiers, all the tiers. Each tier offers so many different types of play, since there's so many different types of units that can be used within each tier. So basically, look at tier 10. These are insane. These are Arcani, so these are basically ballista like artillery. Obviously they cost a hell of a whole lot, and you have to be playing for a long time to get all of this. Imperial Guard, right here, Imperial Velites, Legatus, one of the best Roman cavalry. Palatini, the Romans, I guess special. What's the difference between here? So these are faster than most, and they offer different abilities as well. So speaking of abilities, let's go back to tier 1. We'll look at the Petites. So each of these units have different abilities. So let's grab these Tyrones and drag them right here, just so we can get. So this is the command ability for each unit. So if you have infantry, you can have heavy infantry charge for each for that unit. And each of them have a different instance of it. And so here they have Testudo, same thing goes with that. And then Vengeance, they also have extra abilities. But the only thing is that you can only use these abilities if your first unit is alive, which is a commander unit. So Tyrones here, so these are our commander abilities. They also have different unit specific abilities, like here. Jab is another like sort of quick frontal cone, like just get a punch in basically. Light Pillars, that's when the ability I use to throw my javelins for these Petites. So these Tyrones have focus fire, so basically they can. So normally they'll take time to attack, reload, and attack. But then you can use this to automatically fire a set of javelins at the enemy, and this does a little bit. It's focus fire. Basically, it's just an AOE inside a small area, targeting enemies basically. And they also have dash, which is movement, obviously movement speed. So that's an overview of how you look at these units here. So I mean, levies gonna have like, whoops. If I can draw levies down here, I can't do it yet, just because I don't have it. So let's go to another commander. Let's just, for example, Greece. So Kanane, or I think that's how you pronounce it. But she has, starting with Mycenian archers, but she also has Mycenian hoplites as well. So a little bit of that. So the archers normally have focus fires because they're archers, and then they have caltrops. So whenever they are dropped down, and then they'll slow down the enemy whenever they're being chased. Kidani has the ability to hunt, so they can mark an enemy unit, so we can get vision for them, no matter where they are in the fog of war. And we have rapid events, so this turns everyone will move quickly, a lot more quicker. And then her last ability is barrages for archers units only, and they'll increase their reload speed. So basically, they'll be firing a lot faster. And then, so for the Mycenian hoplites have this ability to light thrust. Do that. So another, just stab in the front, and then they have hoplite phalanx position. So this is where you see in a lot of movies, all the Greeks just form up in a row, and then have the spears pointed out. Just gonna start stabbing people and form a really good defense. They also have a bit different equipment they can buy, and then go into their other different tiered units. Same thing with the barbarians. So just simple enough. Anyways, so that's how you read and figure all of this out. So let's go back to the Roman Germanicus. So we have the abilities here, and then this is for the commander itself in this menu. Cosmetics, you can get different skins for your commander. Obviously, you can just buy them. Information, so background information about the general in actual historic times. Anyways, so that's that. All right, so that's how you figure out your squad basically. So I'll close all of this. So next is the tech trees. Tech trees is basically how you want to look at all your units that you've achieved with all your commanders. Basically here, this is this is the Roman tech tree right here. This is the Greek tech tree. So each commander has access to each of the units within their factions, but depending on the commander, they can utilize different units much better than the other commanders can. For example, the Kanane can use archers better than the other commander. The Leonidas could. So go to tech trees for armies, and obviously these are the premium units right here. You can buy them with actual gold, and you get gold from actually paying money into it. That's not right. Anyways, so this is for armies, and this is for abilities here. So let's go to the Roman faction right here. So this is Germanicus's ability right here. I'm not sure. So each of these commanders have different tech tree abilities. So at tier 1 he has heavy infantry charge, but he has to get level 3 to get to Testudo, and then to level 5 to use Vengeance basically. And so once we unlock these tiers, as we level up our commanders, we'll unlock these extra abilities. And so these are basically very, very marginal improvements on your units basically. So here, charge bonus increases by 30% each time you unlock this. So that's gonna be a total of 15% after you max this out. And then here, same thing, 5% increased movement speed. So these are very, very, very good, and you want to try to invest in these and max them out as you're traveling along, just so you can optimize your ability to play, optimize your unit's abilities, so then you get just that even fraction of a percentage just better than the other player, and then you can end up winning that way as well. And that's just how you spend your experience points basically. And so yeah, just self-explanatory after that. Blah. So we also have the Macedonian faction. I believe that's what this is. Hannibal or Carthaginians. Hannibal and Hasdrubal. That's a new faction that's come in. I played back when I had all the Greeks and all the Romans and all the barbarians. But anyways, so that is that. And then you go to social here. You get obviously your friends, and you can search up all those people, recent players, offline, online, find friends. don't have any friends list after this watch. So there are games you can actually watch live, apparently, and that's a really cool feature. So you can look at different video, or I mean, you can watch different games playing out, and then look at strategies and see like, hey, they can be doing this better here, and then we can implement. And then after watching and learning, you can go back in and play a game and implement that with implement those strategies that you've learned. So that's actually a pretty neat thing to do. And so be gone with that. So I'm going to go ahead and play with Romans and actually play with all infantry instead. Actually, I'm gonna play with Race. And let's play a game versus the AI. Just get one game down the belt. Matchmaking progress. So these are a little bit of tactics that appear up. You can scroll through them right here. Even the odds. IKS of all trades. Give me shelter. So you can read through these. These are tips on tricks on what to do whenever you're playing. So that's pretty nice. So right there, just like that, just like that. Matchmaking progress. Matchmaking. Oh jeez. Alright, so here you can also view your profile on the progress that you've done. So I've fought 0 battles so far since they wiped my account after something. 0% victories, 0 for average, blah blah blah, 0 nothing. Average commander stuff, unit. So as you play with the commanders, those statistics will appear here. As you play with different units, statistics will appear here as well. Achievements are what you've achieved. So after each battle, there's accolades that are given out based on how well you play. And what type of unit you played, basically titles, yeah, just different things. Alright, so let's get started. So we're playing on Marathon. If you don't know, Marathon's the famous battle against where the Athenians beat back the Persians. Anyway, so I've loaded in here. So all of these should be AI players on the right side, as we have chosen to play against AI. These are all actual players right here, and looks like there's a whole bunch of us. Oh, looks like starting with the a bunch of tier 3, tier 2, and I'm tier 1. So basically, within the first, I think 5, 6 ranks, up to I think rank 7, basically. I think within the tiers is within 3 tiers. So tier units. I mean, obviously, I explained earlier. Tier 1, 2, 3. So you can be matched up with any player that are within 2 tiers of you. So if you're tier 2, you can be matched in with tier 4 units, or tier 4 unit player. However, there will not be any tier 1 units in that game at all. So it definitely tries to balance all the tier units together, because obviously if you have played tier 1 versus a tier 10, you're gonna get demolished. But anyway, so we finished loading basically. So this is the screen. This is the map. You get to choose what kind of position you want to start out with. So I'm going to go ahead and start out along the beach here. And so these 2 points, they're sort of watchtowers. And what they do is they will give you vision of a certain area of the field if you hang on to it. And this is the enemy base. This is our base. So this is some forested area. This is the beach. Another forest area. This is a plain.
Capture the enemy base.
All right.
Kill all enemy forces.
So hotkey 1, 2, and 3. That's what they're set to. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are the hotkeys for these abilities. So let's get started. So I generally want to make my force as flat as possible. So if you hold the Alt key here, as you see they're in sort of square formation. If you hold the Alt key and you push out towards away, they'll make a longer formation. If you go closer towards the unit, they make a shorter formation. I tend to like to do that. And so I will go ahead and move all my forces up here and try to support this cavalry, and they are okay. I'm not sure what's going on right there. The rest of our allies have engaged pretty heavily. So I'm going to move through the forest and make sure that we can get surprise advantage on them and make sure they're not surprising us through the force as well. All right, so sorry, I'm moving a lot. I'm going to go ahead and go here. Do this. Attack. Our allies are trying to do something here. I'm going to go ahead and just sit back a little bit. I'm not going to try to engage. I'm going to protect my Tyrones because they have cavalry. These are very archer units, very weak to cavalry units. So I don't want them to leave out in the open. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward my. Oh, okay. So. So go ahead and do that. Protect my rear. So these are very good at destroying units. The javelins are very powerful, but we do have friendly fire in this game. So you want to be careful where you're shooting your projectiles at enemies. So my infantry just got locked into their archers, so basically they shouldn't have any problems. I'm going to finish off these. Alright, so it's giving me a warning to that I am doing friendly fire. So, but I'm not too worried. I feel that I'm doing more damage than I am friendly fire. So, as you can see here, with the more damage counters on here, these guys should be great, not too bad. I'm going to ambush these units right here. Obviously these are computer players, so they're not going to be very good. So I'm gonna, it's jab, do an extra little damage just to make sure they fall through, and so I'm trying to just do as much damage as possible. So I'm gonna pull these units to support my my javelin units. Javelin units will focus fire right over here, and I am not going to suicide my units into their wall of spears. So I'm going to intercept these units that are trying to. Okay, so I'll just shoot these in the back. Do some more jabbing right here. So you can see here, we're doing all that stuff, and there's no need to. So I'm not sort of at their angle, at their flank, basically. So I'm doing more damage to them because only their units are in the way instead of our ally units right here. So if I were to fire over here, I'd be shooting a lot of our own units. So I'm not going to do that. Whereas actually, I might just move these guys over here and then shoot these guys from the back. Some more jabbing, some more jabbing. So what I'm going to do is actually shoot these guys from the back to finish them off. Very nice, just like that. And then these guys should be finished off in just about that. So I'm going to pull off, head towards the rest of the enemy forces, and finish off from there. Just keep jabbing them. Just 8 seconds. That's a really quick time. Anyways, so that's that. And these forces are coming over here, and they're going to. They're getting demolished by them. But I mean, obviously, another player wouldn't just leave their forces just sitting there and getting crushed. So I'm just going to head and move a little bit faster. And so they decided to charge everything in there. So these abilities, you can also sort of use them as if you charge an extra speed boost if you need to. If you're long distance away, you can just do that like I just did. Go ahead and run across this marsh area. This is sort of like a wooded area kind of thing as well. Jab, jab, jab. Yes, very nice. So these units are going to go ahead and start towards the enemy base. So they've sort of Peter players have sort of rallied a defensive position around their fortress, their little encampment area. So we're going to go ahead and just sort of try to rain arrows upon them, or try to draw them out like he is, but he's almost dead. All his units are almost depleted. So we're going to try to hide in these forests, these little brushlands basically. And I'm going to use these units to
Focus on fire!
I'm going to try to
Right there! We're attacking our allies! The enemy base will soon be ours!
okay, so that's happening. Oh my gosh. So they are all going to get crushed and surrounded. I'm going to try to pull my force out of this fight right here and just focus on hitting the enemy.
Focus on fire!
I'm going to intercept them on this side while I get this intercepted on this side. Alright, so they are trying to intercept my javelins. So I'm going to go ahead and so get the surround on them. Move up a little bit more. I'm going to target them, charge them into battle. Charge that infantry into that line. And then I'll have my javelin stop firing. And I'm going to charge into these units right here. And just get rid of the last of them. So just keeping that pressure on and doing some more jamming, basically. And we're going to eliminate the enemy by killing them all the way to 0. Although if we waited 6 more minutes, obviously we have 562 to their 11 units. And so what you're going to do is you can sorry, I don't remember how to do things. Tell them to stop firing on us.
The enemy general is dead.
So there are actually hurting our units more than they are hurting theirs. There's only 2 left, and 1 in each. So there's no point in firing archers at everyone while your ally only has less troops, less targets than they are firing arrows at, whereas they're hitting most of us. So this is a little bit strange, as commander is still in battle. So if this happens, say like your units die early, and you want to actually start a different battle, but you can't do that because your commander is still in the battle technically. So you can choose a different commander and go to a different and start another fight with that. And highest capture points. Yes, I got that accolade. MVP. Huh. Probably because he did a lot of the battles on the side here, but I did do a lot of damage to everything else. So this is a new score screen here. Jeez, we had what, 4 barbarians and then 3 Germanicus players. Alright, let's continue here. So this is the score screen, the how you look at everything. So basically, overview, this is the amount of experience points each of the units have earned in that battle. So this unit of Petates earned 773 points, and then this unit of Petates 824 points. So depending on, so each individual unit, depending on their performance, will gain more or less points than the other one. I killed 4 commanders, so got all these accolades. Score. That's how the score points happened. I got the highest capturing points. This hoplite Greek unit here, I think it was tier 3 units anyways. And this is a reward breakdown, blah blah blah. So we do that. We leveled up from 1 to 2, and we give you the rewards. Ooh, so at level 2 we can get 7 days of premium time, and we earn 10,000 silver. Very nice, very nice. So 6 days remaining on this count. So I might be playing a little bit more on the off time just to take advantage of this premium account time. So this is just basically 50% bonus experience. That's really nice, and also because I use multiple different unit types, diversity bonus right here, then I get a bonus 30% for the squad. So let me demonstrate something on this. So we earn so each unit type will earn experience points. So here, when I mentioned earlier that the two different groups of Pedites earn different amounts of experience points, but that will only apply to the Pedites right here. You see that? So what you can use is you can use these unit experience points to get this. So you're going to use 200 of the unit experience points to get this. Otherwise, you can buy it for 200 silver. So you can see it's subtracted that amount from that unit XP, and I'm going to do that same over here. And I'm also going to buy tier 2 units. So if you don't have enough, you can spend a little bit of the commander points. So you can see here, it's going to spend the rest of this unit, and then it can spend 3 more free experience. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, it's not a problem. So bam, my squad is full. Alright, so looks like if it's highlighted green, it means there's an upgrade available for that. So my general, my commander is level 2, so I can actually use tier 2 units right here. As you can see, the militaries right here. So what you can do is you can add units to the squad for some silver. You don't actually get to have this for free. So when you do that, I added tier 2 units to that, and tier 2 units to that. So I have to spend money to do that. Alright, so I'm going to go to the Tyrones and level up this. Level up this. But I don't have exactly enough to get to the next tier without spending extra points. I want to try to keep as much of that as possible, because that's what's used to go to the tech trees and the abilities right here. So I'm going ahead and use that right there. Just max out on this. So I'm just gonna increase the charge bonus of the infantry that I command.
Servant of the Republic.
Okay, and also units. So the units also have cosmetics as well. You can actually get different types of shields apparently for here, stats, blah blah blah. But anyways, one more thing to mention before I sign up for the day is each unit can actually use consumables once they reach level 2. So what you can do is you can use silver. You can buy these small little items that actually enhance your battle capabilities. So basically here you can just hover over the item image, and it'll tell you what kind of stats it gives you. So this gives you +6 body armor, +3 melee defense, infantry barricade. So this can construct a wall to sort of block people out. So it'll tell you how much points it has and stuff. Infantry stakes. This causes damage to any units, any units, friendly or foe, running into these stakes. Weaponsmith. This gives you 4 attack. So melee defense is actually a pretty good thing to do. If you look at the stats right here, defense is 476, and the melee attack. Oh wait, 36 right here is the melee defense, and if we get that bumped up a little bit more to 39, that might be a little bit better. While this here, melee attack 78, and we're just adding 4 to it. But so each individual unit has to can have a consumable, and each time you go into battle, you have to buy new ones. So what I can do here is do this and say restock automatically. And what I'm going to do is buy this drill sergeant for this unit. So whenever each time it goes in battle, and then once you leave the battle and go back into another battle, it will automatically put that item into that slot. And do it for same here. +8. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the tutorial. It's ran a little bit longer than I thought. But I hope you all enjoy, and hopefully you get I think it's open beta right now, and enjoy the experience of Total War Online, and ciao for now.